Hello, everyone, brothers and sisters in Christ at St. Timothy Lutheran Church and friends. We have been having a bit of a problem with working this out well, but I think we maybe have it down now. So we begin with our second reading of the Passion history. When Jesus had said these things, he was troubled in spirit and testified and said, "Most assuredly I tell you, one of you who eats with me will betray me. Behold, the hand of my betrayer is with me on the table." And the disciples began to be sorrowful, and they looked at one another and were perplexed about whom he spoke. And they began to ask among themselves who it might be among them, who would do this. And they said to him one after the other, "Lord, is it I?" He answered and said, "One of the 12, who dips with me in the dish, will betray me. The Son of Man goes as it has been determined, but woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would be better for him that that man had never been born." And Judas answered and said, "Rabbi, is it I?" And he said to him, "You have said it." Now there was at the table, leaning on Jesus' bosom, one of his disciples whom Jesus loved. Simon Peter therefore nodded to him that he should ask who it was of whom he spoke. Then leaning back on the disciple's bosom, he said to him, "Lord, who is it?" Jesus answered, "It is he to whom I shall give a piece of bread when I have dipped it." And he dipped the bread and gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon. And after the piece of bread, Satan entered him. Then Jesus said to him, "What you do, do quickly." Now no one at the table knew for what reason he had said this to him. For some of them thought, because Jesus had the money box, that Jesus had said to him, "Buy those things we need for the feast," or that they should give something to the poor. Having received the piece of bread, he then went out immediately, and it was night. Then when Judas had gone out, a strife arose among them, which of them should be considered the greatest. But he said to them, "The kings of the Gentiles exercise lordship over them, and those who exercise authority over them are called benefactors, but not so you. On the contrary, he who is greatest among you, let him be as the younger, and he who is chief as he who serves. For who is greater, he who sits at the table or he who serves? Is it not he who sits at the table? But I am among you as one who serves. You are those who have continued with me in my trials, and I appoint you for a kingdom, as my Father has appointed for me, that you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel." And Jesus said, "Now the Son of Man is glorified, and God is glorified in him. If God is glorified in him, God will also glorify him in himself and glorify him immediately. Little children, I shall be with you a little while longer. You will seek me, and as I said to the Jews, where I am going, you cannot come. So now I say to you, a new commandment I give to you, that you love one another. As I have loved you, that you also love one another. By this all will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, where are you going?" Jesus answered him, "Where I am going, you cannot follow me now, but you shall follow me afterward." Peter said to him, "Lord, why can I not follow you now? I will lay down my life for your sake." Jesus answered him, "Will you lay down your life for my sake? Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has asked to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for you, that your faith should not fail. And when you have turned again, strengthen your brothers." And he said to him, "Lord, I am ready to go with you both to prison and to death." But he said, "Most assuredly I say to you, Peter, the rooster shall not crow this day before you will deny 3 times that you know me." And he said to them, "When I sent you without money bag, sack, and sandals, did you lack anything?" And they said, "Nothing." Then he said to them, "But now, he who has a money bag, let him take it, and likewise his sack. And he who has no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. For I say to you that this which is written must still be accomplished in me. And he was numbered with the transgressors. For the things concerning me have an end. And they said, Lord, look, here are 2 swords. And he said to them, it is enough. Here ends the reading of the Passion history. God be praised.